Be real. Have you considered leaving America since Donald Trump won? Maybe you didn't, and it's obviously expensive, but I think there's an appeal to just peacing out and avoiding the next 4 years. A lot of people are at the very least Googling it. You can see the number of Americans looking to live abroad jumped by 1,500% after Trump won the election. And people are looking up lots of different countries, but obviously English-speaking countries are the most common. New Zealand saw a 7,600% increase, which is either due to Donald Trump winning the election, or it could be due to the fact that I think we're in the 20th anniversary of Lord of the Rings, or maybe it's both. But anyway, there is one non-English speaking country that is doing everything it can to entice Americans to come live there, and that is, I guess, my original home of Italy. One Italian village is now offering homes to Americans willing to move there for $1, at least they say. Anyway, like many other places in rural Italy, this particular village, Ollolai, has long been trying to persuade outsiders to come in because it's becoming gradually depopulated. You see this in a lot of different places. The younger generation doesn't want to stay there. There's less new people being born, and just gradually the population goes down and down and down, and you have all of these derelict properties that they're hoping to have someone move into. And so Ollolai has created a website to try to entice people. And it says, are you worn out by global politics, looking to embrace a more balanced lifestyle while securing new opportunities? It's time to start building your European escape in the stunning paradise of Sardinia. And so there are a number of different places. You might have seen something like this in Japan as well. And for your dollar, you're not getting a mansion, to be clear. Many of these places desperately need to be fixed up or completely redone. But they're hoping that this will be appealing, and considering how expensive property is in America, maybe for some it will be. I'm gonna give you a comment from the mayor of the village, and then we'll discuss. Mayor Francesco Colombo, who I believe has literally the most Italian name ever put to print, says, of course, we can't specifically mention the name of one US president who just got elected, but we all know that he's the one with whom many Americans want to get away from now and leave the country, okay? And so, Sharon, you tell me if any of these are appealing to you. They have 3 tiers of accommodations: free temporary homes to certain digital nomads. Hey, maybe I could be one of those. Homes in need of renovations, and ready to occupy houses for prices of up to 100,000 euros, so about $105,000, ready to live in, which is still comparatively cheap compared to a lot of America. What do you think? Ready to pack?
One or 3. I'm not interested in any projects. I don't have the time.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be like to renovate a house here, let alone in Italy. I don't know.
No.
Also, I feel like if you're suddenly having to go through contractors and buying materials, specifically in Italy, I feel like you might be running up against some organized business interests you may not want to deal with.
I don't want to get involved in it. I just want to eat the pasta, look at the beautiful countryside, and just breathe.
Yeah, I want to ask them a few follow-up questions. Maybe I can get the mayor on here. Do you have high-speed internet? That's important to me.
Gotta have it.
Could I continue to do my show? If so, I could be Italian. That sounds pretty good. How close is this to Rome? I don't know. I think that might be a kind of a trip still. But anyway, for many of you, that's gonna be too much. You don't wanna have to permanently move and have to renovate a house. Okay, so there's another alternative. If you don't wanna move into a new house, what about into a new boat? There's a cruise line offering escape from the Trump presidency with multi-year cruise packages. So the trip is expected to travel to 425 ports across 140 countries, which is just so many. The program will cost less than $40,000 a year for this long-term thing. And they offer it at different lengths. So you can go for 1, 2, 3, or 4 years. The 1-year package is called Escape from Reality. The 2-year package is called Midterm Selection. I like that. 3 years called Anywhere But Home, and 4 years called Skip Forward. It includes stops in the Caribbean, South America, and an Antarctic sail-by. I personally think that if you're gonna be on that boat for 4 years, shouldn't it go everywhere? Like, go along the coast of Africa, visit Korea. Like, honestly, you got 4 years. You should be able to cover a lot of ground. I'm curious what you think about that. Even a year, what do you think?
A year's fine. You gotta have some protections, okay? I don't wanna just get over there someplace and start loving it and then have to bounce or whatever. So I'd like to have some control over length of stay and not just have it dictated to me. Hell, what if I wanna stay 8 years, I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he won't leave. I think nature will take its course. But if Vance is up next and then, no. I got to
Yeah,
have
I don't know.
options here. I don't want to be kicked out at any time, is what I'm saying.
I mean, after 4 years, maybe based on maritime law, you might be a squatter at that point. Maybe you can take
Oh,
ownership of
goodness.
the room. But anyway, I will say I was telling my crew I did a few weeks on a boat for a documentary without getting off, and I don't want to be on a boat for a year. I didn't want to be on a boat for 2 weeks, honestly,
No.
about an hour into it. But yeah, we did a poll, by the way. Oh, thank you, producers. I think Mike is putting that in there. We have a poll, and so which would you take? Move to Italy is currently at 83%. The 4-year cruise is just at 17%. I do think, though, if the cruise ship doesn't have a lot of like turbulence or whatever, and I'm not sick the whole time, getting to visit so many different places over the course of 4 years is pretty nice. And $40,000, look, that's a lot. But if that's over 4 years, that's cheaper than rent. I mean, I don't know what's included in that. You probably have to pay extra for alcohol or whatever. But honestly, if I didn't have, a family that I love and all that and a job I need to do, if I could pay for that and go on the boat for 4 years and just write for 4 years and eat at the buffet or whatever, that sounds pretty good. Okay, it's $40K per year. Still, rent is higher in quite a few areas in America. So thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.